Morning people and welcome back. Taxi's lovely and clean, isn't it? I've just been informed about how to apparently remove the rear seat, and because I did my little fair on Saturday, I can now rip the car apart again. The back seats anyway. So now I'm going to attempt to remove that back bench if I can. Let's go anyway. First things first, I'm going to take off these seats. Mainly because I know how to do them and they're easy. But if you haven't got one of these clip removers, or I don't know, whatever you call it, it's for things like this, interior clips. And I tell you what, look at this. Out. Didn't break it. I've got replacement ones of these in black because that's what will be going back in, but at the same time, you don't want to break all your stuff. So getting one of these in general for interior kind of trim clips and stuff like that, 100% recommend it. I've always used a screwdriver and I've always fucked it up, so very useful. But yeah, then removed this tray, these 4 screws, and then the seat bottom will come out, and then that's ready to be retrimmed. Job's a good one. Now just to remove the other one and then all the other stuff so I can get access to this panel. Let's crack on. So if you take these little panels off here, you get access to the coiled spring that will sit in there. It's like a spring that wraps around the connector, I suppose, bit here. So you flip those off, and unfortunately they've fallen down there, but I'll get them when I get this bit off anyway. So then this obviously doesn't have any spring back now, it's not bouncing back. So then you can remove these two, take this frame out, and then these will come out, and then you've got the whole bottom base removed. This, I think, is attached to the back here, so I can't remove it until I've removed this, I believe, so far anyway. So I will attempt to do that. But to do that, I need to take the seat belts off, which access to under there and under there. So that's the first job. So down for tools up here, I need to go down to the garage to get all these bits off for those seats. So I figured I'll crack on with the things that I do have the tools for with me. So I've stripped off that door card and all of the decals and stuff nice and neatly so I can reapply those because I want to get those back on, as I said before. So that's all off this side, all the connectors unplugged as well. And yeah, this side as well. So I've done both the door cards because they're going to be done in the same as the fronts, so carpet around the main bits and that suede on the inserts that you've got there. So I can crack on with at least the suede inserts for these two, and I'll also, because I need to take them out anyway, I'll take the bases out of these two now because it just takes a, he says, famous last words, Phillips screwdriver. So I'll get those bases out, then I can add them to those for the things that need to come out and be retrimmed. And he's done it. Both weighty bases out. No wonder this thing weighs fucking 2.5 tons. Just this fucking seat base alone reckons about 100 kilos. But that's off now, and again, that'll be ready to be retrimmed. So I'll put that on the pile. If I can fucking lift it up. Yeah, no I can't. Done. Now that's out. Apparently, to remove that seat back, I've undone the two. You can see just down there, that little hole. That was a bolt going through into the back, which has been undone and removed. There's the same on the other side. There are no other bolts. Or are there? Wait. Aha. That one. That, I think, is the reason why it won't come undone. Okay, I didn't see that. I bet that's a 10mm. It's always a fucking 10mm. So that one's out, and you can see now, not from there anyway, but we've got a lot more movement. Is that going to come out though? I'm not sure. Let's see. You know what? It's not coming out, don't you, Russ? Fucking seatbelts are in the way. I need to go and undo that seatbelt from the back. That's annoying. That is annoying. But it's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. It's the last thing I need to undo, and then these back seats can come fully out. Alright, I'm gonna go move the taxi. I think that's gonna have to wait. I have a lot to do today, a lot to catch up on. I only had 20 minutes out here. So, yeah, I know how to get out now, so I'm pretty chuffed with that, because that means that, well, I know how to get out. So that was the big thing that's been kind of holding me back, because that really holds in everything. If you can see here, without removing that back seat, you can't get access to removing any of these side panels, which are the next things that need to come off. These are going to be covered, yeah, that's the word, covered in the carpet. These are going to be covered in that suede vinyl stuff. But obviously if I can't get access to them, I can't do them. I can't get them recovered and taken apart until I get them off. Simple really, isn't it? So yeah, that's been holding me up, and I can't get the headliner out. Excuse the lighting. I can't get the headliner out again without any of this out. So it kind of needs to be done like that. So really, this has been what's stopping me, and I've not been able to work out how to do that. So sorted. So I'll come back to this probably later or tomorrow, depending on time I have, maybe tomorrow. But what I am going to do is I'll take these door cards inside, and then I can have a crack at doing the little inlays for those, because I can do those in about 2 minutes inside when I have a minute. But yeah, wicked, good progress, solid progress in a small period of time I had. I'll see you again very soon. It's me again. I hadn't realised I'd actually done stuff and not actually. I took some pictures, but I didn't actually do a video. So I've created chaos once again. All the seats are out. Well, I say all the seats are out. The seat back's out. If you want to know how to take the seat back out, because I really struggle to understand this, because there just isn't anything online. I just couldn't find anything, so whatever. I eventually worked out. There are 2 bolts, 10mm, that secure here, but from the other side. So those go through, but then there's one right in the center there next to those. You can see where the little rusty bit is. That needs to come out as well. And then on the other side, you just need to undo the bolt that holds in that seatbelt strap that goes down there, and then you can pull the seat upwards and it hooks onto that back line there on this bit. So this bit hooks over there. So lift it upwards and pull it out that way, and it comes out. So I finally got it out. Bonus. It weighs a freaking ton. Like, these seats are... It's not going nuts for us. But for the most part, they're all out now. I need to get these ones out, but to do that, I actually need to take this entire thing out, which I need to do, but first of all, not concentrate on that. You'll notice I've done that door card, so that door card got done and put back, and I also have done this door card, so that's on and back. So those were quite nice and quite easy. Now, what I then wanted to do was get these out and redo those, because I had a new lot of black carpet coming, because I ran out. 11 meters clearly wasn't enough. And so I took this door card out, and you can see it's sprayed in adhesive, ready to be covered. I mounted the speaker, and I'll show you the little USB socket I've got there, which is going to be wicked. Then I went to put the carpet on that arrived in a bag, opened the bag, and they'd sent me grey carpet. Not even a grey that I could use, like really light grey carpet. I checked the order. I did order black. So obviously that's highly annoying, so I've got to go through the process of trying to return it or whatever, and it's 11 square meters of carpet. It comes in a big old bag. Pain. So I've opened a return case with that. We'll see how it goes. So what I wanted to do in the meantime is take off the one on the other side and get the speaker, and so you can see the little connector here that pops down, USBs. So when this is all covered in carpet, this will all match, obviously. And you can see I'm doing some holes here. When the carpet's on there, you won't really see those holes. So if I'm going to do holes all the way along, excuse the light, you can't really see, all the way along the top here, they're going to be holes. But when it's carpeted, they won't be like obvious holes. They'll just be where light's going to shine through. So I've got some RGB LED strips that are going to go behind there, and I'll hook them up, etc, etc. good. But now I've got these seats out, I can give them to my friend. She's coming over tomorrow, so I might palm them off tomorrow, gets them out my hair, and I'm just waiting for the vinyl to arrive, but as soon as it does arrive, I can hand over that stuff as well. She can get cracking, and while she's cracking on those, I can get cracking with finishing the rest of the interior, which is mainly getting this partition out. Again, I'm going to be putting some LED along the top that shines through. This needs to be resprayed in that bed liner stuff that I did the dashboard in. I need to get the backs off these seats, but I can only get that when this is off. And then I need to put the panel in there, which has arrived for the power, etc, etc. And then I need to wire it all up. Thinking about it, I probably should have put the carpet down after wiring all this stuff up, because I've still got to route all these cables down and through. But I do think there's plenty of space that I can run these cables without any worry. And I might actually put an extra, because I've got, well, when it arrives, hopefully, I'll have plenty of carpet, so I might do a double layer on one on top of this one as well, just because, so I can always route them and then add it over the top as well. But what I'm going to do now is take out this rear quarter so I can do it the same as this and get this sorted. So at least then, if I can wire it up and get the wires run for them, test it on the head unit at the front, make sure that all works for the speakers, make sure we've got all the wiring present and ready for the power. I've got another panel to go over there, but for some other connectors. And what I have done as well, I covered that back section again, that was just black plastic, and I've now covered it in carpet, so that looks a bit better. So yeah, I'm getting there. I just need everything to arrive, and that's kind of annoying. Sort of wait for things, and I'm impatient. But as soon as I get these things out, I can also take this, and I haven't undone these handles yet because pretty much then there's nothing holding it up. So as soon as I've done that, I can start to remove that too. Progress, people, progress. Oh, one other thing that I've done, can't really show you, mainly because it's my DAB aerial. So I got a DAB aerial splitter, so it splits the input at the back of the head unit. When you get your aerial, normally it's just the analog aerial that plugs in the hole, and you need a separate aerial for your DAB connection, whereas this splitter, it's like a tenner, it allows you to split that input coming in, and so you can have it going into both the DAB and the analog aerial, which is a bonus. Sorted. So I've got that, so the DAB works. Most importantly, everything else works. Like, I'm loving having some decent sounds. And I also got this. It's just a phone holder, magnetic, so the phone just sticks to it. But it's great because the Pioneer head unit comes with an app, the Pioneer Sync app. And the good thing about this is it has all of the display on there. You can use Alexa with it or whatever, all of these different things. So it's got like a heads-up display sort of thing that displays on my phone, so I can put it up there, and that's kind of, and I can use maps and everything with it as well, and it's all synced together. So it's like using my phone as a better, bigger screen for my head unit, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I can just plonk it up there, and then it's really easy for me when I'm driving. Sorted. Can't really show you because I'm on my phone right now. That's what I use. Anyway, I'm gonna get this other door card out and then see if I can put the stuff in the right place. Maybe. Right, that one's all out. I need to go inside, undo the two 10mm that hold it together and the little clips, and then yeah, line up the speaker and get to work. Jobs are good. I think I might have pretty much blown my Dremel up trying to cut that hole. So instead, I made it work with a drill. It worked. Kinda. It's all sorted anyway. Let's go and get it in. Well, speaker in. And they're both in. Sorted. I reckon that one's slightly wonkier than that one. Now, unfortunately, I have to wait for the arrival of that carpet, or the vinyl. I've also got some MDF circles coming for the back of these as well, because I really wanted to make a bit of a more solid base obviously the whole thing would just reverberate if I have it like that. So I want to try and isolate some of the sound, so I'll put the MDF ring behind it and hopefully that'll help. I've got the sound deadening that's coming as well, so hopefully those things will arrive pretty soon, so then I can at least get most of the stuff sorted, get the wiring done, and all I'll need to do then is take the things off and then recover them, and covering them takes me 5 minutes maximum, so that's not too bad. I also did cover these. These are just the rests that go on here. I figured they were a nasty plastic, so I did them in that suede, so they can sit back on there as well, and they should tie in nicely. But yeah, otherwise they're all done. That's ready to be covered. The other one's out in my office ready to be covered. So the main thing left to be done is to remove that partition really and get those other seat bases out, or the seat backs out. I'm going to leave that for the next episode because I'm not sure when I'm going to have time for that at the moment. I'm really quite busy, but we are making some serious progress. As soon as some things start to arrive, we can start putting stuff back in, which is a proper winner. I love when it starts to come together. Like, I really am pleased with the progress the front's made. I'm really happy with the front. A couple of little things like the headliner that still needs to be done. But otherwise, you know, it's looking good. And I'll be even more happy when the back represents the front and it's a bit more tied together. After that, I can start to look at some of the mechanical stuff. I have had a poke around underneath. I was speaking to someone, one of you guys on Instagram, who had or used to have one of these. And he was like, you might want to check underneath because the chassis rails are kind of normally a bit rusty on them. It's not too bad from the poking I've been underneath, but I need to give it a real going over and prepare it for winter really. But because that's the main thing, you know, it's been exposed to loads of bad conditions, salt, dirty roads, all that sort of stuff, tends to eat the bottoms of them. So I really need to blast it off really and then seal it back up and patch anything that needs patching really. So the sills do need to be done. I know that, so I need to get them ordered, but I won't order them till next month. They're not so bad that, I mean, there's a hole as big as my friggin' hand in there, but other than that, it's fine. But yeah, I'll start working on that stuff as soon as I've got some of the more fun stuff out of the way, and then I can actually start dealing with some of the more needed stuff. And I still haven't finished that bloody service. Why? Oil hasn't arrived. Yes, I could buy some more oil, but I've spent 75 quid on some oil and it hasn't arrived. So I don't really want to go out and spend more money on oil when this is somewhere in the ether. Anyway, as soon as I've got these sorts of things done, I'll keep you updated with that. And we will have more videos on the other cars in the fleet as well. I need to get the C1 into the garage for a couple of things, and then I need to crack on. I'm going to crack on with the S4, finishing up, sorting out some of the bits. Again, I need to wait for a couple of things to arrive that have been on back order. Then I can at least get the engine back together, and then I'll make a decision on whether I chuck that into the garage and get them to do all the work on it and what I do. I've got to balance up what I'm going to do versus the S4 and the Range Rover, because I've got to recover that and bring that back here. So I've still got to work out that one. That's next on my list because I can't leave it at the chalet for much longer. So as soon as I've been on this holiday and come back, that's on my list too. Many things, not many. It's not like I've got a day job or anything. Anyway, rant over. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.